So the Southeast traditional rulers came together and they agreed that they are going to abolish the title Ezendigbo. And the reason why they reached this conclusion of abolishing the title Ezendigbo is rather amazing. Now, you know that one thing that is peculiar to the Igbo culture and the Igbo community is that the Igbo people, wherever they find themselves in foreign land outside the southeast or the Igbo land, they tend to come together and form a community. And with time, they now elect a leader that's going to be in charge of this community of the Igbos. Now, this leader is then called Ezendigbo of that particular land. For example, if it's in New York, it becomes Ezendigbo in New York. In South Africa, Ezendigbo in South Africa. In London, Ezendigbo in London. Ezendigbo in Los Angeles. Ezendigbo in Ghana. And you would remember that recently that the Ghanaian youth made a protest against Ezendigbo in Ghana. This is after he was installed as Ezendigbo in Ghana, that is Ezechukwudi. He was installed as Ezendigbo in Ghana, and then it followed by the him building a palace befitting his position and his title as Ezendigbo in Ghana. Now, the Ghanaian youth viewed this from another perspective, and they went on protest, stating that that particular activity of installing Ezendigbo and him also having his own palace in Ghana land, they saw that to be a challenge against their own traditional rulership and their own traditional culture, and they went on protest stating that they don't want that anymore in their land and that the Igbos should go and they hold lots of that. Now, this erupted a lot of conversations on the internet, and maybe this may not be far-fetched from the reason why the traditional rulers in the southeast came together and said that, okay, there will be no longer Ezendigbo. But however, this is not the reason that they gave for reaching that conclusion. Now, the reason that they gave for reaching that conclusion is that the title Eze should only be reserved for the indigenous traditional rulers in the southeast and should not be used by other Igbo leaders that are in diaspora, that are in foreign land. And the title that these diaspora Igbo leaders should be using is Onyendu. So Onyendu in Ghana, Onyendu in South Africa, Onyendu in Los Angeles, Onyendu in London, Onyendu. You understand? So no more Eze. That Eze is a sacred title that should be revered and should be only to the exclusive use of indigenous traditionally installed traditional rulers within the Igbo community. And no other person has the right to use that title Eze. So this is the reason that they gave in reaching that conclusion, and they said that the effect of this is immediate, that every letterhead, every signage, every correspondence of the Igbo communities in diaspora should be changed from Ezendigbo to Onyendu. So guys, like, what is your take on this regarding this matter? Do you think that this is rather an appropriate decision reached by the traditional Igbo rulers in the southeast, or do you think that it does not just matter that Ezendigbo is already a name that is widely and most commonly acceptable, that it does not matter that as long as they are not answering the Ezendigbo in the southeast lands, it is in diaspora, that it does not matter, that what all matters is that the Igbos are coming together to form a community in those lands to foster peace, progress, and prosperity? Well, guys, I'm in the comment section waiting for your thoughts. What is your take on this? Don't forget to like and share this video, and also subscribe on this channel if you are yet to do so. I'll see you next time.